So what's going on, everybody? My name's Kochshomie, and well, apparently some news got dropped today from Mob Entertainment. You know, the ones that created the game called Poppy Playtime. Now, I do have to say this, I have a whole playlist on my channel that is for every single part, from chapter 1 to chapter 3. That is how many chapters there are, and we've been waiting for chapter 4, but Mob Entertainment yesterday had in their Discord that something was happening tomorrow, which is today. And of course, they didn't lie. There's a 3-minute long video that they posted on Twitter. Now, I've not seen anything on it. I've been completely blind. I've been keeping my eyes peeled for whenever this was going to drop. Also, if you do enjoy this video and you want to see more stuff like it, like more reactions or just more like look at teasers for some video or some games, I think you know what to do. Hit that like button. But now, let's go and watch this.
Playtime co-security log 0, 1, 2, 5. Entry to front lobby, reached by unknown intruder.
Okay, so this is from 2005, and it's
a tale like this always starts simple.
Yeah, this is like
a
the
mystery
beginning.
About a toy factory whose staff all vanished a decade prior.
Okay.
Well, almost all.
We're the only survivors last time I checked.
It was dusk when the intruder broke into the factory. Its main lobby provided a warm welcome for all. But these days, it is an old, forgotten thing. It didn't take our lone intruder long before the first voice of the factory rose over the silence.
Got my warning. It's not too late to turn around.
Is this like just
I
recapping what we all like
whatever
seen?
you're doing
Maybe?
is worth it.
They ignored
chapter
the
1.
warning, of course. Stealing a Playtime Co. grab pack, once used by staff and invented by the elusive company founder, Elliot Ludwig.
Yep. Elliot Ludwig.
The next creation our guest
Oh, no.
encountered was none other than Playtime mascot Huggy Wuggy. He loomed over the foyer with a wide, vacant smile.
You're weird!
Weaker people would have laughed at that point.
This is like actually
And
pretty
yet,
interesting.
This intruder progressed down, kicking up pieces of the distant past in their descent.
A pretty great feeling too.
And this is where the
no.
fun began. Our intruder stirred one of the factory's security measures, and he performed exactly as he was designed.
That is terrifying, bro.
Our intruder scrambled through ventilation ducts with Huggy not far behind. The ventilation in this place has always been a maze. It's impressive this intruder made it through at all.
Yeah.
Eventually, they made their way into an open warehouse, narrowly avoiding a collapsing catwalk that sent our dear Huggy plummeting into the depths below.
I want to know if this is like
They lingered on the
if this is a
catwalks for
narrator,
quite
who
some
this
time.
is, like who this narrator is, because his voice sounds familiar.
In the name of science, whether those who are beneath us understand it or not. End of
communication.
Eventually, they moved on into a room the public was never meant to see.
Poppy's room.
It wasn't a factory floor or corporate office. This place was different. And yet, not even a hint of the missing staff. At the end of a long hall, there was a room, and inside that room, there was a glass case. Inside that glass case,
Poppy!
a doll.
Good old Poppy.
Poppy. And we shall see what comes of it, won't we?
Well, I expected there to be more, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, when I went in, I did not do any research beforehand. I saw the chapter 1 so far. Maybe it was like going to give us something else, but I think there might have been subtle hints of stuff that was like mentioned, like maybe because I looked in the comments of what people were saying for this tweet, and it was like they were saying stuff for like there might have been a code or something that kind of like showed something for chapter 4. I don't know. At first, I thought this was just a recap of like just chapter 1. But then I looked at the comments, reading more of what people were saying. This is supposedly, and this is actually now makes it a lot more interesting. Supposedly now there's going to be an ARG. If that's the case, that's going to be kick-ass, because an ARG of Poppy Playtime would be very, very cool. I'll have to take a look at it more, but this is actually very cool that it could possibly be a thing. I don't think I'll do it for this video, because I just wanted to cover what this was, and it was At first, like I said, I was confused because I was like, are we just getting a recap? Oh, okay. But then after like realizing, because they did say something at the very beginning, like the code. So maybe that code's for the ARG, which would make a lot of sense. And also what they said on this tweet as well, it once again, now realizing it makes even more sense. It says, something looms in the dark, but to move forward, we must learn from the past. So let's just start from the beginning. Which, that makes super sense. Before we could continue doing anything else, we need to go through what we have already been through, which is the past. We need to go through Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3, and then we can move onwards to Chapter 4, which I honestly think that's good. That's cool. I like that. That's awesome, actually. That's a good way to, for the people that have not played the game, have not watched the game, but want to get into it, and they don't want to watch people play it, and they don't want to play it themselves. I don't know why. I seriously enjoy Poppy Playtime. It's such a great game. But I could see people just watching this to watch it, like to get the story rundown, because you're basically watching a 3-minute video that explains an entire chapter. It's probably going to be longer for Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 because those two were longer than Chapter 1. Chapter 1 was easily the shortest one. And then Chapter 2 was somewhat long. And then Chapter 3 was just, oh my god, that was long. But that's cool that it could be for an ARG. And I will keep my eye out for it myself, because honestly, if it is something and it could maybe release stuff for Chapter 4, I'm just excited for Chapter 4. I want to know what happens. Ever since finishing Chapter 3, I wanted Chapter 4 after finishing it. And I know it's going to take some time before Chapter 4 even gets close to being done. Or even if we get a trailer. So, we have to be patient till then. I'm okay with having this little recap. But I think for now, I'm going to call it here. I wanted just to record this just so we could see what this was. I thought it was a teaser or a trailer for something like for Chapter 4. But now realizing and everything, I understand completely now. And I do appreciate this, because it's still, they're showing that they are like still doing stuff. Like they're keeping us, they're like giving us, it's like a fish food thing. They're just giving us some breadcrumbs. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below. If you're new around here, why not subscribe? Stick around. Hit that little notification bell to get notifications whenever I upload or whenever I go live, because come on, you don't want to miss anything that I do. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through.